Welcome back, everyone. I'm Tyra Majors.
I'm Steve McCarran. A new Gallup survey finds most American workers, that 72%, say it's a bad time to be looking for a good job.
While unemployment is low, hiring is slow. That creates the perfect environment for job scams. Consumer man Herb Weisbaum is a contributing editor at checkbook.org. Back with us today, here to help explain how to protect yourself from this growing problem. So, Herb, how would you define a job scam?
Job scams are when fraudsters advertise jobs that don't really exist, and they do it all the time. The jobs promise high-salary professional positions or easy-to-do gig work from home, but the jobs don't really exist. The goal is always the same: to trick you into giving them your personal information, such as banking account numbers or social security numbers, or to pay them directly, or both in some cases. And usually when they want to get paid, they want to get paid in bizarre ways. They want to get paid by cryptocurrency or through payment apps such as Zelle or Cash App, or even maybe have you send them gift cards. So that's what we mean when we're talking about these job scams.
So explain this a little bit more, Herb. How do fraudsters target their victims in these cases?
Well, the problem is that they target victims the same way real jobs are advertised by real employers. They put them on boards, and they put them on apps that do job postings, and they put them in newspapers. And it's really hard sometimes to tell the real job from the legitimate job. Sometimes they actually contact you directly. They'll text you or send you an email. That's a real red flag, because most jobs don't work that way. Somebody doesn't out of the blue just say, "Hey, I'd like to offer you a job, Steve," and that's a warning sign. But they're hoping the curiosity will get you to respond, and it does work sometimes.
Have scammers been helped by the shift to remote work?
Yeah, I think so. We've seen the numbers go up since the pandemic, because now people are used to not having an in-person job interview. They do the job interviews remotely, either on the telephone or via Zoom, or even just some cases we talked to victims, it was only a text message back and forth or an email back and forth. So you never get to meet the employer. You never get to go to a physical location, know they really exist. That clearly makes it easier for the fraudsters who don't have a job and don't have a place.
So in terms of these job scams, what's the most common ones that you see?
There are two really common ones that I want to talk about, and these are work-at-home scams. One is the task scam, and what this does is asks you to do a task like liking videos or clicking on links, and you're told that somehow you're helping them with optimization and the whole routine. The Federal Trade Commission points out that anytime you're paid to like something or click on a link, that's illegal, and you don't want to get involved with that. And the other one is called a reshipping scam, and so you're now going to be a quality control manager or a delivery operations specialist. Packages will come to your place. You will open the packages, you will put them in another box and ship them to a different location, many times overseas. This is what's happening, and the part they don't tell you is you're receiving goods that were bought with stolen credit cards, usually high-end electronics or things like that. You're then reshipping them to the scammers, who in many cases are outside the country, and you're doing this in order to keep them separated from law enforcement. You're actually part of the crime, so you don't want to. There's no such thing as a reshipping scam, reshipping job. Those jobs don't exist either.
So how do people looking for work avoid getting taken? Any tips?
Oh, of course you know I have tips, Tyra. I always do those kind of things. First of all, never pay a fee. I don't care what they call it. You never have to pay a fee in order to get a job. You're an employee. You're supposed to be paid by the employer. You don't pay them. Distrust big promises. You can't work for just a few hours and make big bucks. I don't care what the ad promises. You can't do that. So distrust those fast cash or minimal work ads. Be skeptical. As I said, even reputable sites like LinkedIn and Indeed are not immune to fake posts. You need to be on guard and look for any kind of warning signs. Verify the employment offer. Go online to see if the company really exists, and if it does, if they're really advertising for these jobs. And if you're contacted from a recruiter out of the blue, search their name and company with words like scam or review or complaint to make sure that you can find out more about them and they really exist. And finally, be really careful about sharing personal information before the interview. They want the social security number, etc., during the job interview. You don't have to provide that sort of information unless you're really hired. And please pay attention, because this is a really serious and growing crime. We're talking about the last report from the Federal Trade Commission in 2024 was $500 million reported stolen from people this way. Most people don't report it. This is the third biggest fraud on the top 10 list of frauds by the Federal Trade Commission. So it's really a growing problem, and especially as the economy sort of is in a holding pattern here right now, it's going to be more appealing to people to see these job offers that are too good to be true. If they are, they really are too good to be true.
45 years of consumer reporting. Herb Weisbaum always has tips to pass along to you, so we appreciate that. Where can we read more about this, Herb?
Just go to checkbook.org. My full story with all the tips will be right there for you.
Thank you so much, Herb. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you.